you somebody that struggles with panic attacks? If so, I want to learn to better understand them with some top tips in how you can help yourself. So what is a panic attack? A panic attack in real simple terms is basically where in our mind, our brain is taking this particular situation or this thought of a situation, whether it is real or perceived, as a threat. Therefore, we have just gone into, Therefore, we have just gone into this override drive where we are panicking. And with that, it can affect our breath often because we are taking in too much oxygen with those short, sharp, little breaths. And we're not getting enough of that carbon dioxide breath of the out breath. So that can really affect our breathing, but also there's so many physiological feelings going on within our body, and it can really muddle up our thinking and our ability to concentrate. So whether you're somebody with a panic attack where you can feel it coming on slowly, or whether you're somebody that has it hard and fast and it just hits you, there are so many different physiological kind of sensations and signs and symptoms that you may be feeling. And here's just a few, because I work with so many students that have all different signs and symptoms of when they're getting a panic attack. It might actually be a racing heart. For some people it might be that feeling that they're going to be sick. It might be shaky hands where actually they just cannot control the tremor. It might be hot and sweaty hands. It might actually be kind of feeling really hot, whether that's feeling hot or feeling cold, but it can really interrupt within our body temperature. And the last one might be trembling knees. The biggest one is sometimes that pounding heart. It might be also kind of hearing sensations that may or may not be real, but in that moment, that's all you can focus on is maybe this swirling noise that can sometimes just be really quite scary. When you have just had a panic attack, can you just remind yourself of actually what you've experienced? And with that, I would like you, after a panic attack, if you're somebody that's a good talker, then yes, find the right person to talk to. But sometimes the best thing you can do is to just go and rest. And whether that's on your own, going for a walk safely, whether it's having a nap if you're at home, but sometimes it's just about being with yourself. And with that, it's just about you reminding yourself of actually what you went through. Not with pity, not with feeling shame or guilt, but actually kind of feeling really proud that you got through it. I'd also like you to make sure that you replenish. And with the importance of kind of staying hydrated and maybe having something to eat, your body has just used so much glucose that it's really important that you do take that time to just kind of rest. So here's some top tips for you. Now, some of these you might already know, but what I want you to do is I want you to work on them. I don't want you to be that type of person who's like, yes, I have panic attacks, and you learn to just live with it. No, thank you. I want you to learn to understand them, because by learning to understand them, you'll disable the fear. So with that, sometimes what it might be is when you can feel it coming on is about just reminding yourself of those distractions. And this is what I did in a video on TikTok that got nearly 6 million views, which is the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So it's 5 things that you can see. It's 4 things that you can touch. It's 3 things that you can hear. It's 2 things you can smell, tricky I know, and it's one happy thought that you can hold in your heart and just focus on. With that distraction, it can be really, really helpful. Also muddled numbers, where each number that you say next can't make sense. It has to be muddled. So it can go from 1 to 101 to 2 to 95 to 1006. You have to muddle it up. Another one is about that colour gaze. So basically what you're doing is you're looking around the room and you've chosen the colour green. So you're looking at everything that's green, and then you're coming back and you might pick a different colour, and then you're looking at everything that might be, yellow. And with that, when you're looking at everything that's yellow, you'll forget about the colour green. So these are the kind of distractions that I want us to remember. Another one, this is what Chris told me, it's a brilliant one, is to stomp your feet. Now, whether you're somebody that wants to be able to do it gently and you're sitting down in class and doing it gently, whether you can go for a walk or whether you're actually at home and you can do it heavy, is that I need you to kind of A, ground yourself, but B, get rid of that nervous energy. And another one of my favourites, not that I have a dog, I really want one, but if you've got a pet at home, then to just simply be with that pet. They are so calming, they are so soothing. So just their presence or just being able to pet them would just be really good for you. So we've looked at what are panic attacks in simple terms. We've looked at ways that you can kind of learn to kind of build up on that distraction of when you're having one. Also, what I'd like us to do is just to recognise that prevention is the most important thing. So in order for you to kind of become aware of those panic attacks, I want you to, like I said, disable the fear. Okay, disable the fear. If you're in a position where you've been having these for a long period of time, you'll have learned by now, and I'm sorry it's the hard way, but you'll have learned by now that the chances of you dying from a panic attack is very, very slim, if at all. So with that, what I need you to do is to just kind of have a pen and piece of paper and draw it. Certainly if you love art, just draw what a panic attack or what your anxiety feels like. Another one is regular exercise. What happens often is with anxiety is it just builds and builds and builds, and it will sit in different places. So sometimes it could be in your chest, it could be in your shoulders. For me, I sometimes become, without realising, like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, because it's just so tense. So it's just about kind of finding out where is it that you hold your anxiety. And one of the best things for you is exercise. I'm not asking you to do really go for fast runs or anything like that. I'm just asking you to get moving. Get moving, it's the most important thing. And whether that's by you starting a new hobby, football, swimming, whatever it could be, whether it is going for jogs or if it is going for walks, just make sure that whenever you do it, you're always safe. And my biggest one, and it's hard, certainly when you're younger, is learning to get to know yourself, learning to recognise all the great things that you are. So it's not just those things such as, all that inner critic of the things that you can't do. Actually, it's being with you, and it's learning to enjoy your own company, maybe without your phone, or maybe just putting your phone on aeroplane mode, putting your phone outside of your bedroom maybe, and even if it's for 5 minutes, just being with you. Another one of my favourites, and this is tricky, certainly if you're younger, is learning to enjoy time on your own. Now, if that's too hard, then I'll just ask you for 5 minutes to maybe put your phone on aeroplane mode, or to just simply be with yourself. And with that, I want you to remind yourself that you're going to have this inner critic, this inner chatter. And it's so overwhelming, and it's so loud sometimes, and it's so nasty. And the way that you speak to yourself is by no means the way that you would ever speak to your best friend. However, I do just want to remind you that there's 2 words out there, and it's I am. And those 2 words are really, really powerful. Therefore, whatever words you use after them, please let them be good. Please let them be kind to yourself. Because sometimes this inner critic is used to, I am thick, I'm stupid, nobody likes me, I'm not good enough. And actually what I want us to do is to remind ourselves that I am kind, I am caring, I'm a good listener, I'm good at sport, whatever it might be, but just focus on those words of I am, and then make sure that whatever comes next is positive, please. So there you have it. There's some kind of giving you the ability to understand your panic attacks, some distractions in helping you when you're having one, and then obviously bearing in mind that prevention is key. Again, a massive thank you to Chris Maragakis. I'm going to put her details in the comment section below because she's just brilliant. But you stay awesome, and I'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.